years, HALO's been the company that we've turned to when it's time to keep connected. But what I love now, it's not only charging, but it's power as well. So we're going to talk about, for the next hour, the most powerful high capacity battery backup that we have ever presented. This is item number E240904. This is our HALO portable power station, 1100 watts. Included in that is 3 AC outlets, USB, a USB-C, and we actually have something called quick charge in this as well. So we have this at a Black Friday sale price of $999.96, 5 payments of just $199.99, and then you can break that down into 5 payments, again, $199. Or if you are a Q card holder, you can actually take advantage of the special financing on that and spread your payments out over 12 months, bringing that payment to $83.83. But also keep in mind that there is free shipping and handling on this. So this is 22 pounds of power and 22 pounds really meant to be portable and go everywhere that you'd like it to go. Normally, this would be $1,204. And then we include our quick charge. There's actually 2 ways to charge this as well, and a car charger as well. But again, Black Friday sale price. I love that we're doing it early because we are still, of course, in our hurricane season. But it's really, this is going to become part of your plan when you or your family need backup power. Now, we do have a a couple of colors for you. And the one in front of me is called Pearl White. So we love this. I mean, it's nice rugged handle as well. We have a big bright LED floodlight on the back that we'll go through, but then we have a couple of other colors for you as well. Let's take a look. This is our black slate. This is earthenware, and we have just, fewer than 3 dozen remaining in that earthenware. And then we also have mossy forest. And then again, that pearl white one in front of me. But one thing to keep in mind too, when we're talking about high capacity battery backup, now this is 1100 watts of power. This is going to be able to be used with smaller appliances in your home. But yes, question always is it going to power my refrigerator? And the answer is yes. Can it handle heating elements? And the answer is yes. So your microwave and your coffee maker, absolutely. But what we love about this one, it truly is going to be that battery backup when you need it. But one thing to keep in mind when we're talking about, again, battery backup, it's important to know what it's not. Now, this is not a generator that needs to live outside. There's no gas, there's no fumes, there's no noise with this at all. So this is meant to be used both indoor and outdoor. So of course, when we talk about HALO, it's always going to be your phones and your tablets and your computers. You can power your TVs, your lamps, your fans as well. But your full size refrigerator in the event of a power outage, truly priceless. But it's also going to be that CPAP machine when you or a loved one need it most. But this is powerful enough to be able to handle your smaller appliances that also have those heating elements, such as your coffee maker, electric blankets. We have space heaters, sump pumps as well. And then, of course, your CPAP, your breathing machines as well. So, thinking, where we started with HALO, we started with a smaller lipstick size charger, but then that would add 8-10 hours of talk time. And that was truly a game changer for us because remember, HALO is the masters of keeping us connected. But what I love now, it's also the masters of keeping us powered. So this is why I love it, right? This is the one that we've been waiting for. This is the most powerful. So I just have my refrigerator plugged in right here, but we never know when a power outage is going to happen, but having this power station in your home, this becomes your plan. This becomes the device that you're going to turn to when you need power. So I'm just going to pull the power on my refrigerator. And of course it's off right now, but we're talking, powerful. So I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to plug this directly into my power station. Now I've turned on the power to this outlet as well. And just like that, the power came back on. So I'll show this to you again. I'll turn off the power. My refrigerator is going to go off. And then it's going to go back on when you add power to those outlets. But here's the thing. According to the American Red Cross, what we one thing I think all of us know is we've all experienced it, a power outage. And the first thing your mom would say is, don't open the fridge, right? Keep it closed. Well, what we love is that this will actually hold its temperature for up to 4 hours. But then after that, you need to start wondering, what's going to happen. It's going to, keeping everything closed, it's going to keep your freezer, to temperature as well. But what we love about Halo is that you can go ahead and plug in your power station, plug your fridge in, and then bring your refrigerator back up to temperature. And then once it has reached that temperature again, what I love is that you can turn the power station off and then use it for something else. So it is brilliant the way it was designed. We have plenty of power in here, up to 1100 watts of power for you, but it is going to handle what really matters to us most. I mean, there's hundreds, if not $1,000 worth of food just in there that we can, that would be ruined if I didn't have a battery backup for it. So it's super easy. There's a power input. That's how you actually recharge. There's a USB-C, 3 USB ports, 3 AC ports or AC outlets. We have the DC port as well, so it's perfect for camping. And then we also have a super bright LED floodlight as well. So this is that emergency power for your lights, for your power, for your PC, for your devices that need to be charged. Have fun with it as well. It doesn't always have to be an emergency. Use it to tailgate. Put a TV and lamps and fans in there as well. But this is where it really, really, really shines. When power is not just a convenience to have, and it is a medical necessity, this will power your CPAP. How about, running a CPAP for, over 30 hours on your power station? But bring camping too. I mean, put it outside, use DC camping appliances, use your air compressor in here. So it's perfect. It's going to give you lights, fan, power to your devices when you need it. But then with this one, it's a little special. We actually have dual charging cables with this as well. So normally it's going to come with your 90-watt outlet. So you're going to plug this directly into, let's see, you're going to plug this when you do have your power. You're going to plug this directly into the outlet here, and then in any standard wall outlet. But what we also included is something called our fast charger. So this is another way to kind of double the amount of power that you're getting into your power station. So when this is plugged in, I'm just going to show you here, you can also plug in this. And then when you also add this to any wall outlet, you're doubling the amount of power, then reducing the amount of charge time. So you can actually charge this power station up 52% faster than any previous model that we've had with Halo. So it's really, really nice. So if you're only using one, you can expect larger recharging times, anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. But then when you're using those two outlets, just like we saw right there, you can actually reduce the time down to 7 or 8 hours. So we love that. And then also being able to know, this is your plan, right? When you and your family know exactly where the power station is, you can utilize that LED floodlight to get you where you need to go. But then once it's in its place, that's when you can start restoring your normalcy. You can actually start plugging in your lamps, your fans, stay connected with your phones. But what I love is that you don't have to worry about being afraid of the dark. And it's not so much the dark, it's what can happen in the dark. But I love the idea of having a massive amount of power in relatively a really tiny footprint. So we'll start at the top. A Samsung Galaxy, a lot of us have, phones like this. How about adding over 700 hours of charge time or talk time? That's being able to charge that over 25 times. iPad Pro up to 150 hours. So then we're talking about like work type items. Laptop, how about over 79 hours, being able to charge your Lenovo laptop over 6 full charge cycles. But then lamps and fans as well. I mean, a lamp with a 60-watt LED bulb over 40 hours. Smaller TV, a 32-inch TV over 17 hours. The compact refrigerator over 31 hours. You can use that full-size refrigerator up to 6 hours. But here's what I absolutely love. My father was dependent on a CPAP machine, and you can actually get upwards of 37 hours of additional use to that. Why I think that's so important, because all of a sudden he was so dependent on that machine, it got to keep him in his house. He didn't have to go to a hotel or somewhere else. He would have the light that he needed, but yet he would have the power that he would need to be able to run that CPAP machine at night. So, medical necessity is something that needs to be part of your plan. What is going to happen? So think about power outages. It's easy. We were all riveted these last couple of weeks watching that hurricane come up the coast, come up the East Coast, starting in Florida. And it's not just, what happening before, it's the preparedness, right? What's going to happen when you lose power? So it could be due to weather. It could be due to wildfires, faulty equipment, rolling blackouts, vehicle accidents, taking a pole somewhere. I mean, there's so many reasons why power outages happen, but the bottom line, most often they're going to be out of your control. But what is in your control is you would have the ability to power what you needed most. So again, refrigerators, this is the big guy. This is 1100 watts of power. So it's going to run your refrigerator for up to 6 hours. You can run your microwave and your coffee maker, but then there's so many other great things that you can use as well. So I'll show you this on the back, and then we have a quick little video to show you. I actually ran this in my home just so you can see the power that we have as well. But this LED floodlight as well, 1 press turns it on a low mode, 2 to medium, and then 3 is high. So if we want to take a look at that video, you can actually see how massive and how big and bright this is going to be. So again, power outage is going to happen. You just never know when it's going to happen, but at least you will have the tools that you need to be able to restore the normalcy. And I think that's so important as well, simply because, again, we never know. And everyone's approach to an emergency or what constitutes emergency is different. We're showing a hairdryer right here. What if you have to get to work or you have to get to a doctor appointment and you need to be able to shower and dry your hair? That's awesome, because this is powerful enough to handle that. But what if it is the CPAP machine? What if it is the lamp right here that you need? I mean, it's one thing to lose power during the day, and it's another thing to lose power at night. It's a whole different story. Things that seem normal are fine. You don't have power, you still have your sunlight coming through. But all of a sudden, when you start creeping into those extended power outages, that's when it really becomes a necessity that you have that extra backup power. So, we're talking about being able to use it indoors. This is a massive amount of power, 1100 watts. But again, what it's not is a gas power generator or a propane power generator. Those require maintenance, gas, oil, they emit toxic fumes. They're really, really, really heavy, and you need to be able to keep them outdoors. You can run extension cords inside, but what we love here is that it truly is meant to be used both indoors as well. So also included in this, we have, for the first time ever, we included a car charger too. So we give you 2 ways to add power using an AC outlet. But then if you still are experiencing those extended power outages, we have the car charger. And then we also have a solar panel available. Now you can ask your operator for that. It is item number E240904, and that's a 100-watt solar panel. So I'm sorry, I just read the wrong number. Can you say that number again? E234632. I'm sorry about that. But that is our 100-watt solar panel. So you can leave that outside. And the great thing is while you're recharging with that solar panel, you can actually use this as well. Again, extending your use. So, you think about this becomes your plan. This becomes part of your emergency preparedness. So we got you covered, on the everyday side, being able to charge your everyday devices, our phones and our tablets. Here at the Catalesi house, we do not have a landline anymore. So all of us truly do rely on our cell phones and the ability to keep them charged to stay connected. Being able to run a mobile office. I mean, we have 3 different AC outlets on the end. And then you can also add an extension cord, and then you can add more equipment, more pieces of office equipment. So maybe it's your computer, maybe it's a printer, maybe it's a scanner, maybe it is a lamp in your office. Being able to run an entire mobile office, and stay
productive is something that you can use as well. I guess at that point, what's your time worth? You're being able to, get this